Dear viewers, today we're in the vibrant city of Amsterdam near the World Trade Center. And Jaqui, why exactly are we here today?
It's time to connect with our clients. It's been a number of months of not seeing people face to face. Some of our offices have started going back face to face, which is wonderful. I know Olav has a message for us as well, so let's take it over to him.
We live in a VUCA world. It's volatile, it's uncertain, it's complex and full with ambiguity. We experienced that during the Corona crisis, and it will not change much in the foreseeable future. So best thing for us to do is to focus on our core, and that is accelerate well-being worldwide. I leave you in the capable hands of my colleagues, and I hope you enjoy this webcast.
So Jaqui, that was a very nice introduction of Olav. What's your key takeaway from his message?
If you really think about it, it's about the consumer. It's about really making sure that we are creating meaningful products and solutions for all people globally. And so that includes future generations, it includes elderly lives, it includes people with chronic conditions who might not have previously been able to get cover. And so that's a very huge focus for us within RGA and RGAX. And to that end, thinking about how we really understand the consumer, we work very closely with our colleagues at RGAX. And I've invited Emmanuel Djengue, Innovation Director from Madrid, to join us to chat through this.
Hi Jaqui, hi Erik.
Hi Emmanuel,
to be here.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, Emmanuel. Please tell me, what does an Innovation Director do?
Looking at the insurance industry, what we realize that there's a lot of people underinsured that need protection. And my role as an Innovation Director is to really understand why this is happening. And from why this is happening, finding the right solution to help people to move from a situation where they are unsecured because they don't have access to the insurance, the proper insurance they need, to moving to a situation where they are purely well protected.
By the way, how did you end up in Madrid? Are you from Spain or can you
No,
share?
that's a funny story. I'm really a global citizen. I don't really know where I'm from because I was born in Cameroon, Africa, grew up in Paris, studied in the UK.
A global citizen. Actually, Jaqui, you're also some sort of a global citizen, having lived in South Africa, Japan, and in Amsterdam. What are one of your best learnings, I would say?
One of my biggest learnings is just the stark difference between cultures. Using Africa as an example. In South Africa, funeral cover is one of the most widely sold coverages in the country. But in many countries in Africa, it's not the case because of the sort of superstition around death. So That's just one small example, but obviously having lived in South Africa, having lived for a while in Japan and now in the Netherlands, one does start to see just how important culture is.
What are some of the more important trends and developments?
One of the key things that we're seeing is the importance of partnerships. So as an example, we have a Toronto-based partner named PolicyMe. They've launched a very successful digital distribution life insurance product. And this is in a market which is dominated by brokers, and they really are making inroads from a market share perspective. So we're seeing this as a really key distributor, one to watch, and one that we are quite excited about. One of the things that we're also looking at and very close to is well-being. And really what well-being is all about is reducing that gap between life expectancy and healthy life expectancy.
What would you bring up as a key trend or development?
The role of the insurer is kind of changing due to the emergence of a lot of insurtech, which are this company that comes with the idea that technology can solve a lot of issues that we're finding in the industry. And not only technology, but also understanding the way that they can be connecting with the customer in a better way, which means that making things simpler, more exciting for the customer when they get close to the insurance industry. We're moving towards a more customer-centric industry.
What other trends do you see?
In Europe, where a lot of the distribution has been happening through the banks, we now here on a digital one. So we're seeing in bancassurance the shift of where a customer we were used to work with a traditional bank to move to a digital one. So one of the trends that we're seeing is partnership between insurer and digital bank. I can talk about one of the largest neobank in the world today, which is based in Brazil. The company name is Nubank. They have millions of Brazilians using their system. And from now, I think about 2 years ago, they have been in partnership with Chubb to make sure that customers will be able to buy through the app, buy life insurance. And this is a massive trend that's happening for us.
I also picked up this future generation thing. Can you share a little bit how you see that?
Nothing we do with age. Okay. It's really about the lifestyle. People are looking for specific kind of brand and experience. This is a new type of generation that we're looking at, and this is the people that we want to be protecting.
Anything that resonates with you?
Listening to Emmanuel, I was really thinking it's the consumer who is digital savvy. It's the consumer who has a hybrid lifestyle, hybrid working style. So as an example, if we think about disability cover, historically disability cover has been very much occupationally based on people working 9 to 5 in an office environment, doing a very specific job. What's happening now is very many people are freelancing, and they're freelancing in different types of roles. So how do you then define occupation?
Yep.
How do you define a workday?
In order to reach out to the new consumers, how are you going to approach that?
Well, my view is quite simple. What will be my strategy on social media? How I can use social media to interact more with people? Because what social media can provide to you, and the same that's happening with all of the music industry, for example, it's first, it would humanize your brands. This is something that we really need, obviously. Secondly, it will help you to directly interact and understand what the customer is demanding at one point. And thirdly, it will make your brand shine.
It's a really important point because social media is around, meeting people where they are. A lot of us are on social media. But we also need to be thinking about those that aren't. And we need to be thinking about the brands that they resonate with. We have a client, Outsurance, who has partnered with one of the biggest retailers in Africa, named ShopRite. And they've actually used their brand, put their brand front and center, knowing that the customer really trusts that brand. So I think it's the same principle as with social media. People are going to buy their groceries, and at the till, they can buy their funeral cover.
How can we make sure that this comes alive?
It's all about the people, Erik. It always is. I think it's about having the right people on the bus. What's wonderful about RGA is we have access to global resources, and dare I say it, but COVID has really accelerated that. The fact that we've been able to look to pockets of the world where we have phenomenal subject matter expertise. Emmanuel's very passionate about talent, the subject of talent, so it's probably best to ask him.
I know that a lot of people today talk about the fact that they're looking for earning an income while making an impact. And I think that if you understand that insurance is about making an impact for people, then you can have the right people coming to your organization. Yeah.
And it all comes down to our purpose, right?
Exactly.
I think that's why I love insurance, and I love what we do at RGA, because it's all about making an impact. It's all about changing people's lives.
Exactly.
Emmanuel, Jaqui, thank you very much for your passionate contribution. Dear viewers, thank you very much for having us. We talk soon. Goodbye.